Hey guys, John Jr. here. I'm bringing you guys another NCP video, this time against Blinn and his Canberra Cradilys. And I know it's another post-com on Showdown 2 weeks in a row, and I hate that so much, but I don't know if the Nintendo servers have been whack or if it's my Wi-Fi, which is probably a little bit of both. But we tried to play on Wi-Fi and we couldn't get connected. And then when we did get connected, we lasted 8 turns. And don't take that out of context. We lasted 8 turns and then disconnected. So here we are against Blinn, and Blinn is a really good battler, and I was really looking forward to this game. And as far as the team that we are bringing, or as far as the matchup goes, I guess I'll take it a step back. The matchup I thought we had was very, very good. The only mon that he had that did really good against us was Sludge-Waving. Staraptor was a little bit difficult, but otherwise we dealt with everything pretty nicely. But I didn't like the team we built, which is weird. I liked the matchup, but didn't like the team, and I don't know why, but the team that I built just didn't feel very me. It felt very reminiscent of last NCP season. It was no real win con, just kind of outbulk their mons, and I was like, maybe this will work, maybe it won't, whatever. I wasn't too worried about it because we are 6-2, but I didn't like this build at all. I didn't like the build that we had. We had a very standard defensive Tangrowth, very standard defensive Swampert, a Heal Bell, Mono Hyper Voice, Roost, and Tailwind Megalteria, very bulky standard Zapdos, a Specs Prim, and a Scarf Gallade. Our offensive mons were choice. I didn't quite like it, but it is what it is, you know, no big deal, I guess. We kind of went into this game with the mindset of, let's get a Tailwind up and let's have Primarina click some buttons, because its fairy resist is Sludge-Waving, which isn't a very good resist, especially when it's Primarina. Excuse me, so he doesn't want to switch that in very much anyway. So Prim kind of claims KOs when it comes in. That's my whole game plan. So I decided to go ahead and start off with leading it, because the only thing that he can really do to threaten me out, immediately at least, is going to be, you know, Sludge-Waving, obviously, which is going to be a big threat, but we can't go into our Swampert for that, or the Banded Staraptor, because otherwise we can live one choice Scarf Adamant Brave Bird after rocks, I think. So he's going to end up leaving Staraptor, which is awful for us, but we do have to switch into Zapdos, and this damage tells me for a fact he is Adamant or Banded, one of the two, and then he does get paralyzed, which is phenomenal for us. It allows us to get a free Roost off here, no issues at all. We're sitting nice and pretty back up at 84%, and here I went to Primarina initially on Wi-Fi, or I clicked Toxic, excuse me, as he clicked Toxic, we trade Toxics there, and now I'm going to go to Primarina, and he's going to click Slack Off, and that is because in the original battle he clicked Stone Edge, and he missed. So we had to try to recreate it as much as possible. He would have been like 6% less. It's no big deal, whatever. I wasn't too worried about it. That was how we could get the closest representation. He's going to switch out. He has no Moonblast switch in, so I am just going to click Moonblast on the incoming Storm Drain Cradily. I'm going to switch out into Altaria, expecting the Giga Drink to be 4 times resisted, and then we can get a Mega off and click Hyper Voice for free. But I was very scared of this Sludge-Waving coming in, and I kind of wanted Earthquake for this Sludge-Waving here, because we can live one Sludge Wave from this Void. But I'm going to switch into Gallade here, because Gallade is Scarf. Like I said, we can live any one hit, even Z, from this mon, unless it's a crit, and then we can just click Zen Headbutt, because his Zen Headbutt switching is Hippowdon. He doesn't really have his Zen Headbutt switching, so he's going to click Acid Downpour here. We are going to live on like 22 HP, like he does like nothing, and I'm going to double out here, because Hippowdon's such an obvious switching to me. There's no reason on the face of this earth why you don't send in Hippowdon here, so I'm going to go Prim to try to claim another KO, but he stays in, and he clicks Sludge Wave, and this part happened on Wi-Fi, and when this happened, I literally screamed. I screamed very, very loudly, and I wasn't sure how I was going to edit it and post. Thank goodness it all messed up in the end, I guess, but I screamed very loudly because I don't agree with that play at all, because there's no reason why I would have sent in that Gallade unless I was Scarf. There's no reason why I would sack a perfectly healthy Pokemon like that. So in my opinion, I don't really agree with this Sludge Wave play. Granted, I did overplay, and that is my own fault, but I still think that going Hippowdon there, or I mean, I guess even Florges can live 2s and Headbutts. Going either one of those is the play in my opinion. I don't really agree with it. Even Cradily, like I don't know. I can't wrap my head around this Sludge Wave play ever, and that put one of our win cons in a very bad position and put us in a very bad position and put us on the back for this game. So I'm going to double out here. He's probably just going to click Sludge Wave again, so I'm just going to go into Hank Tank, and we can still live an HP Grass from this thing now that we know it's a lot of Life Orb. I'm just going to go for Earthquake, because Earthquake does not have a resist on his team. If he wants to go in Staraptor, we can just click Surf, and now we do about half to this Florges, so I want to gauge some damage. I'm going to click Toxic to try to force the Heal Bell, and then I'm going to click Earthquake to gauge a little bit more damage, see what the roll is looking like, how defensive he is, and he did click Heal Bell, which also healed his Staraptor's paralysis, which is very, very important. But I'm going to click Earthquake again and get Florges down to half as he goes into Cradily. This does not live 2 Earthquakes. This is kind of what I was banking on coming in, so I am just going to click Earthquake 2 more times and kill the Cradily there as he does go into Mega Lob, which was very weird to me because this was kind of my Mega Lob answer. We had Protect for the Fake Out and for potential high jump kick as he is going to switch out here. I'm just going to click Earthquake because what reason do I have to not click Earthquake? It does a lot of damage to absolutely everything. I didn't really want Swampert to get toxic, so I'm just going to go into Tangrowth here. I'm fine with Tangrowth getting toxic because of Regenerator. And Tangrowth can kind of just click Power Whip now, but I think I make another aggressive play and switch out because of Salazzle immediately coming in. No, he goes Lop. Okay, very good play. He goes into Lop. I just click Knock Off to get some damage on whatever comes in. Maybe the Florges as he clicks Fake Out, and now we're in range of a high jump kick, I do believe. Maybe not. Maybe we aren't. No, we are. We are for sure. It does about half. So I'm going to switch out here into Zapdos, try to get a static para as he is going to prove to be Last Resort, which is a cool bring. Especially against my team, I think that was a good bring. And he's going to Last Resort again, and we are not going to get a static pair. We can't complain too much, though. I am just going to go into Altaria, and he stays in again! And this play is another one that I really don't agree with, because I just click Hyper Voice here, and he has the freest switch into Salazzle. I have no reason to overplay click Earthquake. I'm actually going to click Tailwind, which I think is still a good play regardless, but I could have just killed this Lop. I don't understand why he just gave me Lop, because this thing took so much damage, man. Like, this thing dropped, and Lop did so much damage to me. Like, he didn't really beat Swampert any other way. He didn't really have a great way to beat Swampert. He said Staraptor, he said the reason he did this was because Staraptor just won, but it didn't beat Swampert ever. Unless he was Roost, which he wasn't. I'm sorry, I hit my mic, but I can't wrap my head around this play. I do think the play was always to switch into Salazzle, in which case the reason why I Tailwind was this hard switch into Swampert, and the Swampert outsped everything, and then we were going to have a really fun time with that. But he is just going to click Last Resort, and still, I can't wrap my head around those 2 plays, man. He's going to give me 2 of his biggest offensive threats. I go for Hyper Voice, you see it dropped. There's no debate about it, as he's going to go into Staraptor. I'm going to switch out, assuming that he is going to, assuming he's going to double edge. And at this point in the match, you look at his team and my team, and Tangrowth is absolutely useless. But he goes for Quick Attack, which is really cool. And I'm not sure if that would have actually killed my Mega Altaria, to be completely honest, because I was a very fat Mega Altaria. So I kind of wish I would have stayed in. But regardless, I do go into Tangrowth here, because I want him to take Brave Bird recoil damage. But he's going to switch out here. I am going to double out into Primarina because I expected that he would do this, because what reason did he have not to? He was about to get knocked off, and he didn't want his item knocked or want it revealed in the first place. So I'm going to go aggressive Prim, and if I would have lost Prim here, it would have been my own fault. But I do go aggressive Prim here, as I am going to just go ahead and click Aqua Jet to get a little bit of damage off on Salazzle. He reveals HP Grass, and Prim's going to go down. And now my only play is to go into Swampert, because we can live 1 HP Grass, as we absolutely eat that. And we're just going to go for the Surf, and Salazzle is going to go down there, as my Swampert's at about half. He does go into Staraptor. I am going to click Protect, because that's very, very important. I might have called Swampert Staraptor a second ago. I click Protect to get his health back, because the roll is like 55 to 60 on this Staraptor's double edge, so I want to be sure we live that. I sack Altaria there because Altaria has no purpose left in the game, and I go into Tangrowth because the way he's been playing around Tangrowth makes me think that maybe he's banded, and this will force a switch. So I'm going to click Power Whip here to try to get some big damage, but he reveals U-Turn, which absolutely shocked me as he does go into the Florges. I do click Knock Off because I want to get rid of his potential Scarf, so Gallade could kill it late game, but which, I mean, he had Quick Attack regardless, so he's going to synth on the Florges. I am just going to go for Power Whip. We're doing about 50, and we are going to end up losing this battle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch out into Swampert, assuming he's not going to Moonblast, as he does synth again, and I'm very, very free to just click Toxic here. I expect him to switch out into Staraptor on potential Earthquake, which is why I click Toxic to cover all of the bases, and now he's forced to either Heal Bell or forced to attack me straight up, and if he Heal Bells, he can't kill me with another Moonblast. We get a crit on the Earthquake, and we just straight knock out the Florges, which is really nice, and he goes into Staraptor. I'm going to Protect and try to make him take as much recoil damage as possible. That's kind of my goal. I can't win this, but I can kill him with recoil potentially. So I'm going to sack off Gallade here. He had Quick Attack, which killed Gallade anyway, so Gallade is going to go down here. And now I'm going to go into Tangrowth, because I don't think he has Brave Bird at this point. The way he's been playing makes me think he doesn't have Brave Bird. And do I click Knock Off again? I should have clicked Power Whip here. I clicked Knock Off again. Did I already knock? Okay, I did knock off its leftovers. Yeah, I thought I already knocked off the Powdon's leftovers. At this point, it's a losing battle, though. I really can't win. I go into Swampert to try to pivot and get a Surf off, but it doesn't matter. He crits Swampert, which, did that matter? Potentially? I don't think so. I think we still lost either way. And he's just going to slack off here, and he's going to, like, basically, we're going to be at a stalemate here. And I do end up just clicking X, as I didn't want to sit here and waste my time and waste his time. It was inevitable that I was going to lose that. So, because he had more slack offs than Power Whips, correct? 16, yeah. He was going to win that regardless because of the Toxic plus Sandstorm damage. So we are going to end up losing here 2-0 to Blinn, which sucks. And I don't want to say we played bad, 'cause I don't think we played bad, but I do think we overplayed a little bit. Although I still can't wrap my head around a couple of those plays Blinn made. But it is what it is. We won the important one, the IBA spoilers, so it is what it is. And we are moving on to 6-3, which is not the ideal record, but it is still a very nice record. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought of this down below. Make sure to check out Blinn down below. His link will be the first thing under the timestamp to when the battle actually starts. Actually, I lied. There's no timestamp to when the battle actually starts. His link will be the first thing under the paste for the team that we used for this battle. But it's not a very good one either. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys enjoyed down below. And for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.